this video, let us look at what are the various organs that are supportive for our function of speech. Hope many of us know, but particularly we may not. Simply we say we speak from our throat, like that we can say. But what are the different organs that are helpful for us, that are supportive for us to utter sounds from our mouth? Let us look at various organs, particularly that are helpful for us for our function of speech. Let us look at the picture first. It is very clear to you if you look at the screen, the parts that are helpful for us for our speaking. What are the major parts here means mouth, tongue, throat, lungs. And one more thing is there. You can understand very clearly if you observe your taking breathe air from your nostril cavity. That is major thing which is helpful for us for our speech, for our speaking. The air we breathe in and the air we breathe out through nasal cavity supports to make our speech, and the air is shaped into speech with the help of the other organs like mouth, teeth, tongue, throat, and also lungs. So if you see the picture on the screen, the tongue plays a major role. Each part of the tongue is helpful for us to shape our sounds. Similarly, if tongue is and vocal cords, glottis, larynx, they are also very important for us to speak. Now, you look at the parts in our mouth which are supportive for our speech. The organs in the mouth and throat are used to shape. I already said now. Why? These organs are used to shape, used to utter, used to articulate our sounds. So we call them as articulators. Here we have two types of articulators: active articulators, passive articulators. Active articulators means the articulators, the organs which are movable and which are helpful for us by moving towards the other organs for uttering sounds. That articulators, active articulators, are lower lip, lower teeth, tip or blade of the tongue, and front, center and back of the tongue. These organs are active articulators. You can easily understand while you are speaking what are that various articulators, various organs that are actively involved in our speech, right? And now let us look at passive articulators. Yes, that articulators are also helpful for us to make our speech, the function of our speech, to make sounds, but they are at their place. There is no movement of that articulators. What are that articulators? While making the speech, otherwise our upper lip we have movement, but in speaking with the help of lower lip only, that is producing the sound. Upper lip, upper teeth, alveolar ridge, and hard and soft palates on the top of our tongue. These are passive articulators. They are there, and with the help of these active articulators, the sounds produce, making of that sounds. Now, let us look at the organs in our throat which are helpful for us to make sounds. So, major part here is vocal cords. Vocal cords and vocal folds and the gap between them are helpful for us to utter sounds. By lending them quality of vibration, and which is also called as voice. And if you touch here, we can easily identify in male that larynx comes from, we call it as Adam's apple, and before that, the inner part of that is called larynx. That is helpful for us to make sounds with that vocal cords. So when the vocal cords are wide open and close, they just come like this while our speech. So with that only the sound comes, and loudly or softly based on that moving of that vocal cords. These are the organs which are helpful for us, which are supportive for us to function of our speech, to utter sounds in a way. Why we need this means to utter the sounds in a proper way. If we study the organs which are helpful for us to make different sounds, then it is easy for us to pronounce various sounds in English, because in English we have a certain confusion in uttering various sounds. Why this confusion arises means we have only 26 letters, and these 26 letters gives 44 sounds. So there is no one-to-one correspondence between a sound and a letter. That's why we have a lot of confusion while uttering certain sounds. For example, S. I'll take just one example here. S. So this S is pronounced in different sounds. Sa, sha, za. Like in these different sounds, the letter is only S, but the sounds that produces from that letter S are sa, sha, za, ja. These are various sounds. So we write a word ROSC, but we pronounce it as rose, za sound here, and SHAPE. So we write the letter S here, but we pronounce it as shape, that is sha sound. Okay, and SEA, C, as usual, it is C. So with that single letter we have various sounds. That's why we need to study what are the organs which are supportive for us to utter sounds. So here are certain key points to you on the screen. You try to read that points, and you can analyze what are the parts which are helpful for us for our speech. And in our next session, let us go with another topic. Bye. I hope all of you like my video. Please subscribe my video and like my video. Thank you.